Okay, Mr. Larnick, please make your comment.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Sure can.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Eric Larnick. I am a resident of Scotch Plains. I'm speaking tonight to actually provide feedback to you all directly regarding the new Parks and Recreation Master Plan.
Okay.
As I said, I'm a Union County resident in Scotch Plains. I actively use many of the parks across many of the towns in Union County, including Echo Lake, Nomahegan, Lenape, Greenbrook Park, the Ashbrook Reservation, and the Watchung Reservation. Uh, environmental present Environmental preservation and sustainability is the major issue that motivates my votes in Union County elections. And I believe that the main priorities for the new master plan for the Parks and Recreation Department should be focused on preservation and restoration and not any further additional development. Native plants and vulnerable wildlife should be protected and prioritized over additional concrete paving, building construction, and artificial surface installation. This past year has demonstrated that in times of community crisis, citizens depend on natural green, open spaces, and fresh air in order to maintain their physical and mental health. Healthy, vibrant parks and natural spaces are one of Union County's only dependable resources that are also totally inclusive for all community members. And as demonstrated by Hurricane Sandy and COVID-19, you will all be impacted by increasingly serious eco disasters in your lifetime. In the future, you will need to depend on young community leaders providing you with healthy environmental resources. But those resources will not be available to you in the future if you fail to lead by example and preserve them now. Of especially important note, mountain biking should remain prohibited in the Watchung Reservation, and that prohibition should be enforced with serious consequences. The reservation is a historic and fragile ecosystem and a unique attraction for the county. And it's your elected responsibility to preserve and strengthen that space. And that cannot be achieved, if we were to serve the interests of a small percentage of hobbyists at the expense of disregarding environmental research and the overwhelmingly majority voice of Union County residents who have spoken on this issue before. In the past 30 days alone, walking trails connected to the deserted village of Feltville have been seriously damaged by trespassing mountain bikers who flagrantly disrespect their shared community space and the laws that you have all sworn to uphold. Mountain biking groups in the past have attempted to leverage their volunteer services on the condition that they get what they want first. However, they've never taken any proactive measures to be genuine stewards of the reservation's ecosystem, nor have they made a serious effort to curb the already illegal mountain biking that occurs in the reservation. These biking groups have also been irresponsible and pushed for approval to develop bike trails before environmental impact studies could be completed. This is the equivalent of giving an A plus to a child on a book report before they even read the book. Their continued disregard for the reservation in its current state cannot be ignored when they attempt to sell their hypothetical contributions as a bargaining chip. It really needs to be stressed that the development of bike trails will destroy natural ecosystem, put surrounding plants and wildlife at increased risk, and make the area more vulnerable to the intrusion of invasive species. Union County will also need to prepare for increasingly common and stronger winter snowstorms and summertime tropical rainstorms. This changing climate already presents a huge challenge just to maintain the reservation in its current state. Compromising large swaths of land to develop bike trails will have a ripple effect that puts the entire reservation's ecosystem at the risk of damage beyond repair. In my opinion, any new ideas for increased sport and athletic activities should be proposed for already developed landscapes. Reuse and maximize the investment that was already spent. I believe in this master plan, Union County commissioners should prioritize and implement educational and volunteer programs focused on removing invasive species from parks and reservations, planting new trees that will provide sustenance for generations, and community garbage cleanup. I also believe that the commissioners should pursue the restoration of vital historical landmarks like the deserted village of Feltville and the homestead farm of Oak Ridge Park. Lastly, I would implore the commissioners to seriously explore the extension of an East Coast Greenway along the unused Raritan and Rahway Valley train lines. These unused lines currently do nothing except exist as obtrusive industrial waste. The revitalization of these pathways would sustainably connect multiple towns and encourage thousands of residents
Okay,
to explore activity.
Mr. Lawrence,
Thanks.
thank you. No, okay, good. No, no, thank you very much for for your comments. I certainly took from that your passion for environmental preservation and restoration in support of the master plan. The mountain biking is not allowed, and I'm going to call on Director Zuber and the county manager to make sure that they are aware and looking out for that in the reservation and other places, and you know, prohibiting it and making sure that people don't do it when where they're not supposed to do it. So, thank you for those comments. I think we all agree with almost everything you said. We started an open space preservation plan in this county over 20 years ago and have saved hundreds of acres of land throughout our county where it otherwise would have went to development. So I think we're on the same page. So thank you for your comments. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Clerk.